The Seven react to a video from another universe. In the gleaming halls of Vought Tower, on a day that felt like any other in their twisted world of corporate heroism, the Seven found themselves gathered in a private screening room. Homelander, the Golden Leader with his perfect smile hiding endless rage, lounged at the head of the table. Queen Maeve sat nearby, arms crossed, looking bored but alert. Black Noir stood silently in the shadows, as always. The Deep fiddled with a fish tank model on the table. Atrain tapped his foot impatiently, still recovering from his latest speed trials. Starlight, the newest and most reluctant member, sat at the far end, trying not to show her discomfort. Homelander clapped his hands once, the sound sharp like a gunshot. "All right, team, I have something special today. Our tech guys found a video leaking from, well, they say it's from another universe. Out of 10 to the 500 possible universes according to science. Multiverse stuff, string theory or whatever those eggheads babble about. This one is apparently very different from ours, but it features me, and you all get to watch how the other side sees the great Homelander." The Deep perked up. Another universe, like with talking fish or something cool. Maeve rolled her eyes. "Just play it, John, before I fall asleep." Atrain smirked. "As long as it doesn't show me losing again, my publicist is still fixing that last mess." Starlight stayed quiet, but her eyes narrowed. Black Noir gave a single nod. The massive screen lit up. The video title appeared. Homelander vs. The Helliverse is embarrassing, by some YouTuber called TGGoji. Homelander's smile tightened. "Helliverse, what nonsense is this?" The narrator's voice started, calm and analytical. "Amongst the many different atrocities committed by humanity, one would notice that either A, it happens intentionally, or B, it happens completely by accident. And either way, we're just really good at doing bad things to one another, with some of the worst people imaginable somehow always getting a position of power, with probably the biggest example of this in modern entertainment being Homelander." Homelander laughed, but it was sharp. "Biggest example, flattering really, they know power when they see it." The video continued, breaking down feats. It talked about building-level destruction from Queen Maeve and Soldier Boy surviving explosions. This is pretty obvious through scaling above Queen Maeve. Maeve leaned forward. "Hey, they mentioned me, building level, that's lowballing it, but okay." Homelander shushed her. "Listen." The narrator detailed chemical plant explosions, neutron bomb comparisons from Gen V, city leveling statements. Then it tore into the country-level laser claims from Season 5. It explained why the visible from Grease beam was wank, calculating it down to mountain level at best, and called the flat Earth implication ridiculous. Homelander's eyes glowed red for a second. "They dare call my power wank? This is from another universe, remember, their science is flawed." Atrain chuckled. "Mountain level? Come on, man, you melted a plane, that's more than mountains." The video moved to speed, supersonic to hypersonic, scaling to Ryan's flight, space trips in seconds. It mentioned massively hypersonic plus at highest, but questioned full scaling to Atrain's relativistic perceptions. Atrain stopped tapping his foot. "See, even in another universe, they know I'm faster. Relativistic, baby, I see bullets frozen." Homelander's jaw clenched. "You don't outpace me, Reginald, we're a team." The Deep nodded enthusiastically. "Yeah, teamwork." Starlight muttered, "This is weird, watching ourselves get analyzed like lab rats." Black Noir remained motionless, but his head tilted slightly as if listening intently. The video dove deeper into the boys' universe feats, dismissing some high-ends politely but firmly. Then it shifted to the Helliverse comparison. Clips from Hazbin Hotel and Helliver Boss played demons, overlords, angelic weapons, massive battles in hell and heaven. "Homelander versus the Helliverse is embarrassing," the narrator repeated. Homelander stood up slowly. "Embarrassing for who?" The breakdown began. Helliverse characters had island-level to planet-level feats, far beyond building or mountain. Alastor, Lucifer, others with reality warping, regeneration that laughed at lasers, speeds matching or exceeding hypersonic, hacks abilities like soul manipulation, portals, and more. Maeve burst out laughing. "Oh no, They're saying demons from a cartoon hell would stomp you, Homelander. This is gold. Shut up, Maggie, Homelander snapped, but his voice wavered with fury. This is fiction from another universe, not real. The video played clips of Alastor dodging attacks, Lucifer's power displays, overlords fighting with destructive force that dwarfed anything in the boys. It argued Homelander's heat vision would be shrugged off, his strength outclassed, his speed not enough against FTL reactions or versatile hacks. The Deep looked confused. Helliverse, like actual hell with fish, do they have octopuses that can talk? Wait, embarrassing for Homelander, but he's the strongest. A train leaned back. Damn, they got Lucifer creating hell dimensions or something. Our boys' lasers wouldn't tickle a radio demon. Starlight watched carefully. It's kind of validating, actually. In our world, we are monsters to normal people, but in this other universe, there are worse things, bigger powers. Makes you think about how small Vought really is. Black Noir stepped closer to the screen, as if studying the animated fights. The narrator continued for a long time, comparing specific matchups. Homelander versus Alastor, embarrassing. vs Stryker or Imp Assassins, maybe a fight but loses to hacks. vs Lucifer, not even close. It praised the boys for grounded satire, but dunked hard on overhyping sups against animated hell chaos. Homelander paced now, cape swirling. This video is propaganda. From a universe with 10 to the 500 possibilities, they picked the one where cartoon devils beat me. Ridiculous. I am Homelander. I am the pinnacle. I could laser that entire pentagram city if I wanted. Maeve smirked, but according to this, their angels and demons have fought wars that crack realities. Your milk breath wouldn't last. Queen Maeve, Homelander warned, eyes glowing brighter. The video wrapped up, concluding that most of the Helliverse clears Homelander easily, making versus debates embarrassing for boys fans who overhype him. The screen went black. Silence filled the room for a moment. A train broke it first. Well, that was something. Other universes got wilder superheroes, or demons, whatever, at least they know I'm fast. The Deep scratched his head. I wonder if in that universe I can talk to see creatures that are actually powerful, like Kraken overlords or something. Maybe I'd fit in better there. Starlight spoke up, her voice steady. It's just one video, from one of countless universes. Science says there are so many possibilities. In some, maybe we're the good guys. In others, Vought never existed. But it shows we're not the top of everything. There are bigger worlds out there. Homelander turned on her, smile gone. Bigger worlds? Annie, darling, we make the world. This video is lies from cowards who fear real power. In every universe, I should be the god. Black Noir suddenly moved. He picked up a remote, rewound a clip of Lucifer casually displaying immense power and pointed at it, then at Homelander, then shook his head slowly. Even the Silent One was calling him out. Maeve stood, stretching. Look, it's entertaining, but let's be real. Our world is messed up enough with Compound V and corporate lies. If there are 10 to the 500 universes, odds are in most of them, we're still the villains or the jokes. This one just has flashier villains. Homelander's face twisted. He fired a quick, controlled laser at the screen, melting a small hole. Enough. This changes nothing. We are the Seven. We rule here. Let other universes have their embarrassing demons. I'll still be flying above it all. But as the meeting broke up, doubt lingered in the air. Starlight lingered, watching the damaged screen. A train sped out in a blur. The Deep mumbled about interdimensional fish. Maeve patted Homelander's shoulder mockingly before leaving. Black Noir vanished into shadows. Later that night, Homelander stood alone on the tower balcony, staring at the city lights. He whispered to himself, different universe, doesn't matter, I'm still the Homelander. Yet the video's words echoed. In one of countless realities, he was outclassed by animated Hellspawn. The multiverse was vast, indifferent, and full of surprises. Homelander couldn't let it go. The next day, he called another meeting. We watch it again, analyze it, prove them wrong. They sat through the full breakdown once more. This time, they paused frequently. At the durability section, Maeve commented, They say I'm building level. I've punched through walls, sure, but that chemical plant feat for you, Homelander, city block at best in their eyes. Then they downplay the nuke stuff because Vought probably doesn't have real bombs. Homelander argued back. Madeline said I could survive anything. Official art says city leveling. They're cherry-picking because their hell demons need to win. A train jumped enduring speed talk. Mach 210 to space. That's me on a good day too, but they say I don't scale fully to you. Bull, I'd lap you. Try it, Homelander dared, but it was half-hearted. Starlight pointed out inconsistencies in the video's own logic. They admit some wank but still use it. In our universe, we know the truth. Lasers visible across the planet, that's power. The Helliverse part hit harder the second time. Clips of massive explosions in Hell, characters regenerating from horrific damage, magical abilities bending reality. The Deep got excited. Look at that octopus demon thing, or whatever. In that universe, sea life rules hell. Sign me up. Maybe I'd be a king there instead of, you know. Maeve laughed again. Instead of the fish fucker, yeah, probably. Black Noir replayed Alastair's fight scenes, mimicking some shadow movements subtly with his hands. It was the most expressive he'd been in weeks. They discussed the 10 to the power of 500 universes concept. Starlight explained what little she knew from news, string theory landscape, so many possible laws of physics. In one, gravity is different. In another, sups like us don't exist. This video is just one peek. Maybe there's a universe where the Seven are beloved heroes, not corporate monsters, or where we lose to actual gods. Homelander hated that idea. Gods, I am the god, not some red-suited devil or radio ghost. Over hours, their conversation deepened. They shared stories from their lives, comparing to what the video implied about other worlds. A train talked about his speed, the pressure, the drugs. In another universe, maybe I win races clean, no heart issues. Maeve reflected on her cynicism. Tired of playing the hero game, maybe in Hell universe, I could just fight without cameras. The Deep rambled about marine life across dimensions, surprisingly insightful moments about feeling out of place. Starlight spoke of hope. Even if that video says we're weak, it means there's more out there. We could change, be better. Black Noir contributed by drawing crude comparisons on a notepad, Homelander stick figure versus tall demon with radio waves. The group chuckled despite tension. Homelander's rage simmered, but he listened. The video forced them to confront their limits. In their universe, they were apex. Across the multiverse, maybe not. As the story unfolded through dialogues, they imagined crossovers. What if Alastair visited Vought? Chaos. What if Lucifer met Homelander? Instant humiliation in the video's view. They role-played reactions, Maeve pretending to fight a demon, a train speeding from hell portals. It lightened the mood. Hours passed. The story explored each character's psyche, their bonds, the absurdity of multiverse theory making their drama seem small. By the end, Homelander addressed them. Let other universes have their embarrassments. Here, we are the Seven, unbeatable in our way. But a seed of doubt was planted. The video from another reality reminded them the universe, or multiverses, was bigger than Vaught's tower. They dispersed, changed in small ways, Starlight with more resolve, Maeve with a smirk, others reflective. In the vast sea of 10 to the power of 500 possibilities, their story was one tiny ripple, but for them, it was everything. The room buzzed with energy long after. They debated specific feats. That neutron bomb line, A-Train said, sounds strong, but video says weak nuke. Homelander countered every point passionately, yet the Helliverse's scale, island, planet hacks loomed. Starlight suggested, maybe we can find more videos from other universes, learn from them. The idea hung. The Seven, exposed to the infinite, felt a rare humility mixed with defiance. This reaction session became legend in their private circles, a multiversal wake-up call in their satirical, violent world. And somewhere, in one of those 10 to the power of 500 universes, The YouTuber smiled, unaware his video crossed realities to entertain the very characters he analyzed.